as of midnight on June 10th, there have been 128 cases, and the reason it's worrying health officials here in Guangdong is because it's the Delta variant, which was first identified in India. It's known to be highly transmissible as well, and it can spread very quickly. And so what you've seen here is a swift response from the authorities. It began with a 75-year-old woman who was eating at a restaurant. It spread to her family and other people around as well. And it's since turned into a few hotspots around the city. One of those is Liwan district, over on the west of the city, and in the south, Panyu and Haiju. And as I mentioned, authorities moving very quickly to try and contain this. They've locked down Liwan. Effectively, no one allowed in and out of certain parts of that district at this point. On top of that, certain restaurants have been forced to shut down. Some have moved to takeout only, and some have had to reduce their capacity as well. There's been mass testing on the streets of Guangzhou as well. In certain districts have gone through several rounds of mass testing. Just last weekend, we were told to go and get our tests not far from where I'm standing here as well. On top of that, police have warned people to comply with anti-pandemic measures as well, including wearing masks and making sure you're isolating if told, and complying with testing as well. Now, the other thing here is vaccinations. This has been a big topic of discussion in China because there's been a lot of vaccine hesitancy here, given the fact that China actually controlled the pandemic very quickly last year. And I remember speaking to my barber just a few weeks ago. He said, no, I don't need a vaccine. Guangzhou is pretty safe. I visited him 3 weeks after that when the first case was just announced, and very quickly said, yes, I've booked an appointment for the next day. And so what you've seen is a huge rush to get the vaccine now. Appointments are very difficult to get. We got our second jab yesterday. The hospital we went to was just full of people at this point, just rushing to get the vaccine. China so far says it's given out 800 million doses of the vaccine. So now the rate is picking up very quickly. And the government here in Guangzhou is hoping vaccines, along with the measures, will help contain this virus very quickly. Nancy, back to you.
Yes, we certainly hope so, Arjun. We've seen such a critical link to the rate of vaccines, of course, in other populations. Can you give us a better idea of just what kind of disruption this has resulted in to business in the city? I mean, we've also heard about disruptions to nearby shipping ports and what this could mean for any global ramifications as well.
Yeah, that's right, Nancy. Well, Guangdong province, where Guangzhou is located, is a very key trading hub. A lot of ports here. And one of the biggest is actually located in the tech hub of Shenzhen. That port is called Yantian. And actually what they've noticed is a lot of delays. They're obviously improving the disinfecting and pandemic measures. That's caused delays. The shipping giant Maersk warned earlier this week that its shipping is facing somewhere in the region of 15 plus days as well. And on top of that, what it's caused is traffic to go to other ports in Guangdong and causing some backlogs there. The concerns here is this could cause delays, higher costs, and disruption to the global shipping supply chain as well. But it's not just shipping. You've seen it also in terms of the local economy. On Monday is the Dragon Boat Festival, a local holiday, public holiday here in China. Usually there's an influx of tourists to Guangzhou and many out as well. That can't happen this year because people required to leave the city and the province need a test, a COVID test within 48 hours of departure, which is very, very difficult. And that's putting a lot of people off. The government said, don't go unless it's essential travel. So a lot of disruptions, including to the businesses down this street where I am. A lot of restaurants here, they're forced to operate at smaller capacity, and that's certainly going to have a knock-on effect on the local economy.